Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome to another educational where I talk about one of my favorite heroes, which is Legion Commander. You can see it here. I have a bit of the changes up on the screen. We do already have a video on this hero, but I think updating it to the current version of the patch is amazing. The hero can play really fast. It lanes well. You can even play it as a carry. You can play it as a mid. Of course, in my opinion, the best role is the offlane. But I think that this is just a great hero, and I know that people would like to see Beastmaster and people want to see Enigma, but those heroes, in my opinion, they're very boring. I don't enjoy them right now. If you still want to see them, let me know in the comments below. I read your stuff, so don't worry. If there's still an overwhelming amount of people who do want to see it, let me know. I will make that as the next video. But for now, I would like to bring Legion Commander up to date. I think it's an amazing hero, and I already want to show you guys something here. What you guys can see here are all the changes that Legion has received over the last couple of patches. So even dating back to 7.29, increased turn rate, increased overwhelming odds radius from each level. 7.3, you have the increased base health region, then that's where you got the dual cast range talent, overwhelming odds talent, better talent on 20. 7.31, you have rescale damage where it deals more base damage later. It deals more damage per hero. At some point, they took away the shard where people got magic immune. That sucked a bit, but okay, moving on. 7.31D, they reduced moment of courage cooldown. They also buffed the level 15 talent. And now we can go into the actual game, which is the patch that we're on right now. We're on 7.32B. In 7.32, they buffed the newest Legion Commander shard again, where everyone you hit, you gain bonus armor per creep and bonus armor per hero, which is actually very good. It's something I'm going to go into later. The cast range from dual was increased from 150 to 200, 250, 300. Okay, so you always have not the hardest time to even use the spell now without the talent, but they did remove the talent. Okay, so you now have a new talent on the hero where you get 8 bonus dual damage. So your dual level 1, instead of giving you 10 bonus damage, gives you 18. But it's also easier to cast the spell as a whole. They also buffed the level 20 talent, and then they replaced the level 25 talent with the dual damage. Okay, something else we need to note is that a lot of other heroes were nerfed in the most recent patch, and Legion Commander actually buys items that aren't so much part of the nerfed scenario. Soul Ring is an item that is okay on Legion. I personally don't buy it so much. And then you also have items like Blade Mail getting better. I don't know if I skipped it already, but Blade Mail going up to 5.5 seconds is very good, as you can see here. And overall, the laning is great. Legion Commander is also a great hero at securing the flag bearer creep. And when people farm a lot and so on, like Legion is just overall great. And what I want to show you guys is, in a moment, just a little gameplay of the hero. I have more than 500 games. Excuse my win rate. I've tried a lot of different builds on the hero. I'm nearly level 25 as well on the hero. So that's great. So what I want to show you guys is just the hero and how I personally like to play it. And what I think is how you should play the early waves. We're also going to go over it in a moment in the video itself, right? So if you see 2 heroes in a creep wave, it's 120 damage. It's not amazing, but the cool thing about this hero is that it gives you a lot of movement speed. And this hero already has very high base move speed, right? So you have 330 base move speed, you have 3 armor, and 62 damage, like between 60 and 64, so that's a lot. So the thing that I like a lot about the spell is the fact that it gives you so much movement speed. It can really help you to get in a lot more hits on your enemies. Generally speaking, the way I like to skill is Q, E, then it depends a bit on level 3 if you need a purge or not, so you end up like 201, 211, 311. And then in terms of the early items I like, sometimes you can go Blade Mail Rush, sometimes phase boots, but usually the items that you want to end up with, it is like something like this. I personally don't think you should buy Soul Ring, especially now after the nerfs. I don't think it's very good. And then when you have higher levels, of course, you're looking at something like this. Then with the Blade Mail, you can get a lot of damage on your enemies. And I would say that that's kind of it for like the early game. I would say that you want Blade Mail into Blink most often. In some games you can't. There's also a few games where maybe you want to scale, right? And then you can skip the Blink, you can skip the armor, you can just go Armlet. Because Armlet allows you to really scale through the game. The bonus attack speed that you get, like let's say you have the level 10 talent, you win a few duels. If you do go Armlet, one thing I need to note is that you want high levels in W. Like if you're looking to go Armlet or you have a lot of duel damage, it's very good to level up your W more than your E, because now I already have plus 28 damage. Let's say you have like a couple duel wins. Like now, if the game is looking like this and it's a good right-click game, you can definitely go Armlet and play with this rather than the Blade Mail. But let's say you play Legion against like Drow Ranger, Wind Ranger, Phantom Assassin, then Blade Mail of course can be very good for you. And now something I want to show is the Shard. Because the Shard has multiple effects. The Q, the duration from your stuff, it only lasts 7 seconds. But when you have the Shard, it lasts 15 seconds, which is basically the whole duration of your spell. So now when this happens, you have 15 seconds of bonus movement speed, and remember that when you buy the Shard, you also get a lot of armor from heroes and from creeps. Let's say you play against a Chen, okay? Or whatever. Let's just say it's 2 heroes. It's 2 heroes and 1 creep wave. I go from 16 armor to 31. I basically double my armor. So I spent 1400 gold to get this, which gives me, even with just this, it gives me 16 armor, which is like 5 times Yasha movement speed and like 1.5 plate mails, which is very, very strong. And having high move speed on this hero can be really cool because you have phase boots a lot of the time. Like now I'm nearly running at haste move speed. So this already can, yeah, I mean, basically do a lot, right? So the Shard is definitely something that is underrated in games where you play against a lot of summons or a lot of heroes that stack up. So the Shard can be very good. And again, it can facilitate this kind of gameplay where you're not just a blink duel, okay? But let's kind of get into the gameplay, because I've played this hero like once or twice in the last couple of days, and I do think it looks pretty strong. And I want to show you guys what it looks like with the new talent and how you want to play the early game and so forth, and then just talk about the early items, and like we did a little bit in the introduction just now. So here we're playing Legion Commander. We get counterpicked by Ursa. It's generally seen as a counterpick because, right, like Legion Commander, the heroes you struggle against is like Drow Ranger, Troll Warlord, the lane dominators, because that is what you want to do on Legion Commander. So the way the lane starts here, usually what you want to do is you want to use overwhelming odds to push the lane, but also to get very high movement speed to then hit the enemy. But this is actually a lane where I decided to go press the attack level 1 because I'm playing against Warlock. Like literally here, you can see me be like, what do I do? So we all get fatal bonded. I take like 100 damage on Fog. I'm like, okay, I need to just W this off, deny the creep, and I'm pretty happy. But usually what you want to do is that you go odds, you push the wave, and you play aggressive. But this is one of the lanes where you can deviate from your skill build and kind of fight with something else. Because if I don't do that, I'm gonna take so much damage I can never fight back. Instead, now we just play for a bit of CS. I get a stick fast because I play against Ursa, who's gonna use his Q a little bit, the fatal bonds, right? Whenever I get fatal bonded, this is why a hero like Legion Commander can really outskill a lot of lanes. You're good against Warlock because you can take off the fatal bonds. You're good against Disruptor because you can just take off the Thunderstrike and keep trading. So here, what's important is that we have a level advantage, and usually Legion trades very well against enemy heroes because you have Moment of Courage, where you have a very high chance of proccing a crit attack, which is like just more damage and also more lifesteal. Now, the more they fight me, I can just man up with my Moment of Courage and depress the attack, and I feel very strong. Legion also is the type of hero where you want to spend your gold really fast. You want to know what you're buying. Like in this lane, I can buy Chainmail really fast because they have Ursa. I can decide to turn the chainmail into phase boots or into blade mail, which is also a very great thing about this hero. So here they stack the pull, which is a big mistake by the Witch Doctor, but I can't really do much about it, right? And we just need to continue and play on in the game. So now we have this 1-1-1 build that we talked about, because generally speaking, you want to end up with the 3-1-1 build on Legion unless you're rushing Armlet, which I don't really recommend you to do all that often. If you do rush Armlet, you can sometimes go like 0-3-2 or 0-2-3, but I would advise you to stick with this build right now, where at level 5 you end up with 3-1-1, whereas your level 1-3 can have any alterations of this skill build. So right now you're not seeing like too much crazy things happening, but us being the same net worth as Ursa is It's good. It could be even better if they didn't have the stacked easy camp. But here, I want to show you the strength of my hero. Even though he's a counter pick and he has one Fear Swipe on me, when I run up to him and I nuke him and I hit him once, he has to hop away from me. Because I deal so much damage with my Q, I have so high movement speed that he's also forced to hop away. And we feel very good in this lane. And then here, now again, I'm rushing phase boots because I want to apply pressure in the lane. I want to be fast against Ursa. If I get ganked by the Void Spirit, I can use them to run away. And then here again, we play very aggressive, but we make sure not to like dive too much. Again, we get our phase boots. Again, the guy runs too far up into the creep wave. And when you have a creep wave and a hero there, it's oftentimes very good for you to just nuke, especially if you can squeeze in 1 or 2 more hits on them as well. So we're gonna skip the pause because pause is just kind of worthless, right? Now he finally comes back, and then here again, he comes up too far, we go hit him, and then these flag bearer creeps are really important for you to note, to like play into, be aggressive, just look at them, try to secure the last hit. And now it's like level 5 is one of your first timings where your spells are starting to do a lot of damage, and now I want to show you my high movement speed on this hero. I can just run after the Ursa, because I have phase boots, the Q gives a lot of damage, and now we have the siege creep, we get to push the tower. Okay, let's go ahead a little bit in the game, because the next things that happen aren't too crazy. You should be open to TPing around with Legion, okay? Like if there's a play here or here that looks good for you, you can definitely go for it, as I have my cat here. Luna is saying hello, she wants to be in the video. Now, we can creep skip a bit. It's very easy for you to like push towers, because you can creep skip, stay on high HP and so on. Now, looking at active runes is not something that is like Legion specific, but like here I can definitely look at the rune if my puck hits the coil, right? It's just a very easy kill. I have phase boots, I'm fast, I can walk around, fine. Can skip ahead here a little bit, and now first item, as we talked about, phase boots into blade mail, maybe some small items that sustain you, raindrop for more sustain, more mana regen, bracer, magic wand, and here. First dual damage of the game, we get 10 damage, feels great. Once again, we're fast, we can look at the active rune to play here. We don't quite get a kill yet, but it allows us to keep diving. We have duel in 3 seconds. I think this didn't quite work out, but anyway, it just goes to show you that since you're so mobile on this hero, you can definitely keep looking to go around and like do some things. So here again, we can look at this play. It's just, Legion is the type of hero that you want to make sure that you're not only a duel. But since you're so fast and you have this purge, it's really good. So here we just went on mid, Void Spirit. Didn't expect us to be so fast. We catch him out, great. Now, I want to show you that when you have Blade Mail, you want to start looking to play aggressive. We're gonna skip ahead over a def that I received here. But what's important is that you have this Blade Mail, it makes you really strong in the game. Like you start becoming like a truck. Even though the Doom has so high net worth and so on, we're very strong. We want to look for a fight. I go to middle here. If we just land our spells, he's dead, but it's fine. So now we want to play aggressive. This is like our first real item timing in the game. Is usually like your first item after phase, but sometimes it can be phase blink. So here I play so aggressive because I have Omni, I have Blade Mail here. They just come over. I get a free duel victory. And remember, when you win your duel, you get press the attack on you, which frees you from your duel. Basically, you get bonus attack speed, bonus HP regen, so it allows you to keep fighting. I have my Q ready, and this is basically how you play the start. Now you keep looking for some plays here or there, and then you continue to look into your blink dagger, right? This is like one of the first things you're going into, and then you can really look to like smoke around the map and be aggressive. I already have 40 duel damage. I'm close to level 2 duel. I don't quite get it, but we have a ward on them. I have duel, blink duel, we get the bonus damage, we feel great. Right now 58 bonus damage already, and now we just keep looking around. And now this is one more tip that I think is very important. I've been trying to play around with builds where you don't just go BKB right away. I was very close to buying a SNY in this game because I feel like this hero suffers a lot from just going blink, blade mail, BKB, and then you're just one duel, one spell in the fight. But that's not how I like to play this hero. I still did end up not fully knowing what to do. Right now my objective in the game is to like just kind of look around on the map, try and get some kills. Where people are alone, right, with the blade mail, which didn't fully work out. But what I want to show is just, what I want you guys to understand is for you to be open about the game and what items you want to build. And you want to look for important dual targets. Like here I go for the Doom. I don't want the Warlock or some support. I want to duel a core, especially when you do have Blink Blade Mail at a good timing. It's very important for you to do that. Now something else I want to show you is just that for you to play aggressive on the map. Here, I see that the Ursa is very far up. and so is the Warlock. So I'm telling my team to come connect to me. They're a little slow because they're going on this guy. But I'm just going to basically keep running after them. And even if this duel doesn't give me a victory, it means that I'm getting a kill on this guy. I'm forcing them to go on me. My team should be coming. And even if I die here, my team is going to get all these turn kills, right? So this is going to be step 1 of Legion Commander. Let's go ahead. I lane against Brood, and I want to show you the Q level 1 this time, because in the other game I didn't get to do it, right? So what we can do here is we hit some creeps. We see the creeps, they go to low HP. And if the Brood comes up right now, I will nuke him and the creeps. Since he's not giving me a nuke with him and the wave, I don't take it. But you can already see how much he's respecting it, because he's just running away. So I'm just getting a free deny. I play aggressive. And it's pretty much the same build as before. And here again, you can see it. I'm gonna nuke him plus the wave. I get 2 CS. And I get at least 1 attack on him. He's Broodmother, so he can squeeze around, but this is going to help me a lot in the laning stage, right? Now here, I have level 2, he does not, so I can play aggressive, I can run in, I can hit him with my passive, and try to be strong. But sure, early waves don't matter too much, but again, here even instead of going 2-1-1, I go 2-0-2, because I just won it against Broodmother. You can see I'm already ahead in 400 net worth right now, over him, which is great. Now the 3-0-2 build. And again, we're just rushing phase boots. You can rush phase boots or rush blade mail. That's what we touched on earlier, right? Again, another raindrop. I get myself a ward so that I can see the brood spiders. This is very important. Maybe this is not super important for you to understand or see, but what's important is that you're a core. You can buy your own wards too. It can help you a lot. So here, I get myself a ward just so that I can see where the spiders are. And now I have max nuke. Again, I push out the wave, then I run to the brood. I'm being annoying to him. Now I know that he's not here. I know he's not here. I'm looking at the spiders. Boom. I kill them again. We're really happy. Again, we go back to the lane. Chup, chup, chup. We keep doing the same thing. This time I actually buy Soul Ring, because I need the mana upkeep against the spiders. And here again, let's look at what the ward does, right? I know that Brood is farming here. My ward shows me he's not here. I nuke there. Bam. 100 gold. And I feel good. So this game, again, kind of chill. You even see me here looking at... I was looking at an armlet for a moment, but then I'm like, there's Invoker AoE spells, there's Sunray, Faceless Void. If I duel him with the Blade Mail, he's probably gonna die. But now you see me not moving too much, which is fairly normal with Legion Commander. In the other game, it was easier for me to connect. I had a Puck in that lane with Coil, who sets it up very well. But here in this game, I don't want to leave my lane too fast, because then the Brood will just take my tower. So again, I'm just rushing my Blade Mail. I feel pretty good about it. All I need to do is like try not to die to the stuff, and if I have a TP rotation, I will take it. Otherwise, again, I just farm my Blade Mail, and then we can look for like the first time for me to get active in this game. Like right now, I'm level 10. It's 12 minutes in. I have not left my lane. And mind you not, I'm playing good in this game. I don't need to leave my lane. Now I just need to dodge the gank, and then eventually we look for a similar move as to the first game, where you can connect to your team, because you're pretty fast, right? Like maybe I get to push my wave a lot, and now I get to look on mid. The fight lasts for a long time. I get to move over with my phase boots. I have 450 move speed. I hit my nuke. Suddenly I have 500 move speed. I get a duel victory, and we can keep looking for more because we get this attack speed, etc. And we feel pretty good about it, right? And now, basically same story as before. We get a duel victory with our Blade Mail. We go back to farming. Maybe we get the lane pushed in. If we do, we can look for another play. And if we don't, then we just want to get closer to our Blink Dagger. So here again, kind of a similar story. We run around with, since we have the lane pushed in, we're looking around if we can get a kill somewhere with the Blade Mail. If we look around, I think this fight actually didn't work out so much. We played too aggressive, even like a quite big of a throw. So instead, what we should have done here is just get close to our Blink. So let's go to that moment. It's kind of a similar timing as just the game before, right? Where we have the phase, we have the Blade Mail, we're looking around to what we can do. So now we get the Blink Dagger, and now we're just looking for a play. I'm here with my Ogre. This guy TP's out, but again, we smoke up, so it's just an important timing. Blink, Blade Mail, you want to look for a duel. I go very deep here on the Invoker. I do get him killed. And now, again, the Q, the overwhelming odds, you don't only use it aggressively. I could have before the duel. But after I win the duel, remember, we break free with the press the attack, so now we get a lot of bonus attacks, HP regen. And now, when I want to run away from the egg, I press my Q, I suddenly get like 90 movement speed, and I can outrun. I can run away from the egg and so on. And now again, we play on the press the attack. When you don't have duel, and in a lot of games where they only have like one stun, like DK into Skyref, it's important for you to either play on a fast duel in the start, or you just play on press the attack to break their combo. Because this is, honestly, I think press the attack is Legion's best spell, and the one that you want to play around the most in order to give you like a good game. And then here again, we have the Blade Mail, we have the Blink, we see that the guy is around, we're super strong, remember, like we deal a lot of damage, we give ourselves attack speed, we have damage from this, we deal even more damage with the Blade Mail, of course, when they fight us, and now, again, we can look around, what do we want to do? Do we want to like go a Boots of Travel? Do we want to go a Sanjin or do we want to go BKB? In this case, I actually play it safe and I go BKB, so it's pretty much the same build again. But I will show you guys a few different builds in the future with like S and Y, and sometimes you can still go armlet like even now. But what I want to show you also is later on in the game, where again we have a lot of attack damage. Of course, also look around for the for the neutral items that give you damage or attack speed, because attack speed scales really well with Legion, especially when you have a lot of dual damage already. For the level 15 talent, I think usually the press the attack HP region is better. But in this game, I like the odds. Level 20, they're both really good. If you're playing a lot on right clicks and you have a lot of dual damage in the moment of current proc chance, talents is good. Otherwise, go the AoE, press the attack, and 25 again. If you're playing on a lot of duels and damage, then the moment of courage lifesteal can be good. Otherwise, the BKB talent is just pretty busted on 25. You can just go for that. But now, so what I looked for in this game is to get even more tanky, and that when I press BKB and get Chronot, I will live through the spells, and then I just get off the Satanic and I'm gonna heal to full. Also, lifesteal is pretty base when you have like 500 damage, right? Like I already have, I'm pretty much hitting for 500 right now with just these items. And eventually what you just want to do is try to be aware of the fact that you can do more than just blink duel a hero. Like here, I'm sitting at 260 bonus damage. And now, I'm not just a duel in these fights. I can right-click the enemies, I can also press the attack my allies, as we can see here on the Drow Ranger. And now, look, I can just go here and hit these racks. I have so much damage and everything that I'm so strong in these fights. Even, like, look at me here, I don't have a duel, but you don't see me, like, run away. Because I understand right now, okay, I've been practicing this to be more useful even without duel. I nuke these two guys, I get a lot of movement speed. I press the attack also to get more attack speed. Look at this Invoker. He has to like BKB, they need to use all their spells defensively to like save each other. And now, even now, with 30% HP, I'm still manning up. I'm going on the Faceless Void. I'm getting my duel ready. I now duel this guy. Even here, I could have manned up. I'm running away a little too much, but it's okay. We're abusing our dual damage here. I'm lifestealing, and here just a little cool play. The backdoor is not up yet. I know that I can just TP out. This is also a big tip. If you play against no stuns, you should look to abuse it. Here, they have no stuns, so I can blink in, kill their racks, and then just TP out. What are they gonna do to me? They have no stuns available on their lineup, right? And now we're getting closer to the Satanic. And in late game, just the items you wanna look for is like Satanic, Daedalus. I would say that it's mainly like one of three items. You want either crit to deal super high damage with the damage you already have from the duel, or attack speed to get off more attacks with the dual damage you have, or lifesteal can be very good with Satanic. And then there's a few other builds with like Refresher or Aghanim's Axe is still something I'm trying to like look around with how good it is. But right now, just to top it all out, Legion Commander is, in my opinion, a very good hero. You buy really nice items with like Phase Boots, Magic Wand, Blade Mail, into Blink. You keep fighting. It's just important that when you play this hero, you don't die first. You need to know that when you jump into duel someone, it's going to be good for you or for your team. And if that is not something you can do, then look to play more on your spells with like press the attack your allies, use the overwhelming odds to like play on range, etc. And then the shard is definitely something that has not been utilized super much yet. And when you're looking to buy the shard, getting the overwhelming odds radius plus the like both those talents on 10 and 15 can be very good. But I think right now the dual bonus damage is just too good on level 10. Some games just aren't good dual damage games, and then you can look to change that around. And this hero already has very high base move speed, right? So you have 330 base move speed, you have 3 armor, and 62 damage, like between 60 and 64, so that's a lot. So the thing that I like a lot about the spell is the fact that it gives you so much movement speed. It can really help you to get in a lot more hits on your enemies. Generally speaking, the way I like to skill is Q, E, then it depends a bit on level 3 if you need a purge or not, so you end up like 201, 211, 3-1-1. And then in terms of the early items I like, sometimes you can go Blade Mail Rush, sometimes Phase Boots, but usually the items that you want to end up with, it is like something like this. If you're looking to go Armlet or you have a lot of dual damage, it's very good to level up your W more than your E, because now I already have plus 28 damage. Let's say you have like a couple dual wins. Like now, if the game is looking like this and it's a good right-click game, you can definitely go Armlet and play with this rather than the Blade Mail. But let's say you play Legion against like Drow Ranger, Wind Ranger, Phantom Assassin, then Blade Mail of course can be very good for you. You want to use overwhelming odds to push the lane, but also to get very high movement speed to then hit the enemy. But this is actually a lane where I decided to go press the attack level 1 because I'm playing against Warlock. Like literally here you can see me be like, what do I do? So we all get Fatal Bonded. I take like 100 damage on Fog. I'm like, okay, I need to just W this off, deny the creep, and I'm pretty happy. But usually what you want to do is that you go odds, you push the wave and you play aggressive. When you don't have duel, and in a lot of games where they only have like one stun, like DK into Skyref, it's important for you to either play on a fast duel in the start, or you just play on press the attack to break their combo. Because this is, honestly, I think press the attack is Legion's best spell, and the one that you want to play around the most in order to give you like a good game. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit educational. If you have any feedback, leave it down below. As always, thank you to Bitburger and Null for, helping us with the content, helping me to make this possible and to bring more hero guys to you. And yeah, thank you all for watching. See you next time and keep it up. See ya.